Hi, welcome to this practice of the 5 Tibetan rites. My name's Atim and the practice today is a gentle adaptation of the 5 Tibetan rites. You can find out more about them in a book called The Ancient Secret of the Fountain of Youth. The book was written by Peter Kelder, so that's The Ancient Secret of the Fountain of Youth. And as the title suggests, that's our intention of our practice. So starting in a comfortable seated position, whatever that may be for you, either easy pose, cross-legged, or even legs out stretched, find what suits you. Also, do make sure you have a towel or a blanket handy to either cushion knees or behind the head for the practice. So, when you're ready, come to seated. Just take a moment to rest the palms wherever feels right, either in your lap or on your knees. You can even make that mudra gesture, a seal, locking in that positive energy of your intention, and close the eyes, focus on the breath in through the nose and out through the nose. And we keep the breath in and out of the nose through the practice. For the moment, we can focus on the word strength with every breath out. And now the word health, saying that to yourself with every breath out. And then coming back to awareness, taking the arms up, having a lovely stretch, lifting, lengthening through the spine, getting ready for our first Tibetan rite, which is standing. So come up to standing, and gentle option for the first one. First rite is just a sway side to side, so mobilizing the spine, keeping that awareness of breath. And then come to stillness. And take a lovely stretch up, arms up, lifting through the heels. Heels come down. And then back to your mat. So that was the first Tibetan rite. The second Tibetan rite is going to be lying down. Each of the Tibetan rites we're going to do 5 times. If that's a little bit too much for you, feel free just to do each of them 3 times. And then maybe after a week or 2 of daily practice, you might be able to add on an extra 2. And actually going forward, you could even see if you could add on an extra 2 as you build strength. Getting to a maximum of 21, that's the absolute maximum to get that health and vitality through the body, through the mind. So second Tibetan rite, on our backs, leg lifts, the feet nice and grounded, hands grounded with the palms down. We want to center the hips, center the shoulders, and we're going to do 5 all together. So you can just watch the first one, and then actually we'll do 5 all together afterwards. So just show you this one first. So chin to chest, and the heels lift up. This is a breath in, and then as we breathe out, lowering the head, lowering the feet. Okay, so now join me in doing 3 or 5. Breathing in to lift, breathing out to lower. Following through. Breathing in and out. So that can be 3, you can rest there, or do 2 more with me. Last one. And then just take a moment to relax the shoulders, relax the neck, let the back settle. You can lift the heels. And find a focus on the breath in through the nose, out through the nose, taking some slightly deeper breaths. And feet grounded, rolling over onto your side, coming back to seated. This is our 3rd Tibetan rite. And placing the hands beside us, we're going to be doing a lovely cat-cow flow here. So it's a breath in to lift, chin, squeeze shoulders, a breath out to lower the head. So it's generally always a breath in to lift and a breath out to lower. And following through. So if that's 3, you can rest there or carry on with me to do 2 more to make it 5 all together. That's 4 and 5th one. Coming to stillness, feel that awareness of lifting, lengthening through the spine. Some slightly deeper breaths. And so that was our 3rd Tibetan rite, the gentle adaptation of the 3rd Tibetan rite. The 4th Tibetan rite is lying on our backs again, and it is a bridge flow. So this time we have an awareness of the feet coming a little bit closer, so we can just graze the heels with our fingertips. And then the hands are in the right place, the feet a little bit apart are in the right place. So we are going to keep the palms down, fingers close together, lower the middle of the back to the ground, and then you can just watch the first one and then join me with the rest. So we're going to press hands and feet down. On the breath in, lift the hips up. And as we breathe out, rolling very slowly, mindfully from the upper back to the middle back to the lower back. And then the hips are the last to touch the ground. So we uncurl back down to the earth. So if you're ready to join me, you choose. So you're going to do 3 as you've done 3 of all the rites, or you're going to do 5 with me. Here we go. So a breath in to lift, and a breath out to lower, upper, middle, lower back and hips last to touch down. So breathing in to lift, and out to lower. Third one. And you can just rest there if that's the last one for you, or join me in 2 more if you're doing 5. And then digging the elbows into the ground, lifting the shoulders away, settling the neck and the back, lifting the heels, grounding the toes, settling the middle back. Take a few breaths here, focusing, and smooth, even breaths in and out of the nose. And then feet grounded, rolling over to your side, coming up to seated. So that was the 4th Tibetan rite. We are now coming up to our last Tibetan rite. The 5th and last Tibetan rite is going to be on hands and knees. So this is where your blanket or towel can come in very handy to cushion the knees. So knees are directly underneath your hips, a little bit apart, and wrists underneath your shoulders. So fingers spread, all evenly taking the weight away from the wrists. And I'm just going to demonstrate this one first. So again, you can watch it, and then I'll show you an even more gentle version next, which will be kind of on the wrists and shoulders. So it is going to be here from flat back, breathing in to lift, and breathing out to lower. So that was lifting the knees on the breath in and lowering the knees on the breath out. So if that was a little too much on the wrists and the shoulders, you can always use a chair. I'm using a footstool just to demonstrate here. So sturdy chair on your mat so it doesn't slip. And we're not really putting a great deal of pressure on the chair to make it gentle, so it's just really quite simply starting with bent knees, a breath in to straighten the knees, and a breath out to bend the knees. Okay, so that's your much more gentle option for wrists and shoulders. Otherwise, let's get to it. So are we doing 3 or are we doing 5 altogether? Here we go. A breath in to lift, and a breath out to lower. And again. Third one, breathing in to lift, breathing out to lower, and then come to seated if that's your last one. Otherwise, 2 more to make it 5 all together. And here we come to our 5th and final of the 5 Tibetan rites. And now all join me in crocodile pose, so coming to lie on your belly. Well done, that's the 5 Tibetan rites. And just focus on Letting go here. Feet can come a little wider than the hips, but the heels fall out to the sides. And just let go. Focus on the breath. Health. Focus on health. Focus on strength. Lifting the head up. We're going to bring the arms stretched out front. Fingertips touch and the head comes down. So your head is grounded, your feet are together. Slowly lifting the head just gently in line with the neck, hands underneath the shoulders, toes tucked under, pressing up to come to seated. And we're going to take the hands beside us and just stretch the shoulders back. If it feels good, you can clasp the fingers and squeeze the shoulders back. Releasing the hands, bringing them forwards and having a lovely push away. Hands come down. I'm just going to gently walk them over to one side. And over to the other side. Coming back to center, upright, big circle with the arms, lifting, lengthening all the way through the spine. And then bringing the hands back through the center. We're going to come to a 2-minute meditation here, so use a towel or blanket to help cushion the lower back, the hips. Finding an easy pose here, easy cross-leg pose. Focus on connecting the mind, the body and the breath. Spreading those fingers wide as you breathe in. Closing them on the breath out. Breath in. Opening up the fingers, the breath out, closing the fingers. And then coming to stillness. You can make a mudra, thumb and forefinger touch. Relaxing the hands. Feeling nice and upright and yet relaxed at the same time. So upright in an awareness of posture, but relaxed in a confident stature here. Breath in through the nose, breath out, we're thinking strength. And now on each breath out, we're thinking health. And now we bring our awareness and focus to our intention here, feeling youthful, feeling energized, full of youth and vitality. Youthful, energized, full of vitality. Feeling youthful, feeling energized, full of health, strength and vitality. Into awareness. Big circle up with the arms wrapping that wonderful energy around you. And feeling it surrounding you. Lifting and lengthening through the spine. Stretching upwards. And placing that energy again back into the palms of your hands. Health, strength, youth and vitality. Tapping that into your mind, tapping that into your heart. Namaste.